Okay, welcome back to Phase 5 of Dissonance. It is now midnight on the 4th of June 1989. The first full day of fighting has concluded, or is concluding with this operation. We're not in a kind of good situation. We took some important points in the last part of the phase. We just need to finish off the enemy and find out what's going on. We got attacked by gas cruise missiles last time. It looked like they came from the east. So someone potentially in Russia fired them on this position. There's radio jamming everywhere. Our troops don't know what's going on. They can't contact high command. All we've got are our standing orders, which is to deal with the rebels. In terms of operational authority points, we only have 167 available to us here. 7 of that is going to go to reinforcing the riflemen with AT. The 160 that's left, I'm looking at what we've got here. The one thing I really want to buy is more supplies. We can do that for 25. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 100 into engineer support, and then I'm going to put 50 into supplies. That gives us plenty of ammunition for this, and we can utilize some, we can dig in some mortar units and some back channel defenses to help us push into this, and also just play around with the engineer support for the first time in the campaign. We have 10 left over. There's nothing we can spend it on. I'm happy just to come in. Now, last time we cleared out all the events, we have new events because we moved on to the next sort of shuffle of the deck. So we've got Recon Focus, which is very, very good. We get Recon Tech Aid. We've got Blitz, which means the phase will last for 5 minutes less, but we get plus 200 supply points and plus 100 deploy points. I don't think we're going to need to Blitz. I'll maybe keep this just in case I mess up. We can also go for a negative one, which is enemy psyops. I'm not really too happy about that. We can just pick uneventful. We'll pick this last if we have to. It's either Recon Focus or Blitz. Recon Focus should help us deal with this. It's always helpful to have an extra pair of eyes on the problem, so we're going to grab that. And let's go to battle. Now, I've already seen the map. I'm not going to spend too much time going over it. I'm kind of keen to get this finished so we can move on to the second operation, where we'll be playing as a West German panzer group moving into East Germany to find out what's happened just here. And quite interestingly, it kind of carries on exactly from where this finished. And you'll see, we'll maybe be fighting some familiar friends as the West Germans. But before we get there, we have to deal with this. Okay, so these circles are deployment points for our engineering support. Because we're in pre-battle phase right now, I can actually deploy these as we speak. So I have 30 points to spend. I can place obstacles, observation posts, strong points, anti-air emplacements, anti-tank emplacements, and mortar emplacements. And the number at the bottom, I believe, is the points cost of the thing that I want to call in. So one thing I could do is call in a bunch of mortar emplacements here. They should have the range to shell most of Mulhausen and really make our life a lot easier. I could also put some anti-tank emplacements in case the enemy try to break out, but I honestly don't expect them to break out. One thing you'll also notice is that our units are where we kind of left them last time, which is something that the game does. It remembers where everything was, and it also reinforces points that we've captured. It puts a rifleman group in each one. So these poor riflemen are here in the gas that is still hovering around the railway station. We also have a chemical hazard card that's been dealt to us, which we should be aware of. So we've got our Recon Focus, which I'll talk about in a second. We've got the Electronic Warfare one, which just means reduced HQ command radius and reduced SAM accuracy. And Chemical Hazard, minus 33% unit survivability, minus 33% suppression resistance, when the air itself becomes the killer. All of our units are now in MPD gear. They're all in anti-gas gear, and that's kind of what we're dealing with at the moment. We have Artillery Illumination and we have Area Recon as 2 new call-ins. Area Recon reveals everything within an area for a couple of seconds, and Artillery Illumination reduces the negative effects of low visibility conditions because we are now fighting at nighttime. It is, well, it's 8 o'clock right now, but by the time this phase finishes, no, so that's much time is left in the phase. We're fighting at midnight right now. Let's get things started. I'm actually going to call in some mortar emplacements. I think they're the best shout here. I'm going to put them fairly far forward. Hopefully they're not going to get under fire. I'll put one here. That cost me 10. I'm going to put another one. I want to put this one a little. I don't want to put them too far forward. I'll put the other one here. And then I'm also going to put a couple of strong points in. Strong points just have infantry in them, but they are quite useful. I'll put a strong point here and a strong point here in the hope that they'll be able to support us. And I'm also going to put an observation post here as well. I might be putting this a bit too far forward, but I feel like that's the right way to do it. I'm happy with our deployments. The only thing I want to bring in is our BMP-1P with riflemen. So we'll bring that forward to here, ready to support. We're going to push into Mulhausen 1 pretty early on here. Everything else is good to go. Everything's repaired. We are ready. Let's confirm. So we've got, you can see that this is BRDM-2 with riflemen, BTR-70 with riflemen, and there's a couple of dug-in Sannies here at both of these positions. They should have more than enough range to fire on what's going on here. First things I want to do when we get the game on pause is to work out where the enemy are in Mulhausen. So I'm actually just going to drop an area recon here to find out what we're dealing with. I want to move our Sanis forward so they can support any engagement we've got. So I'm going to bring them forward to there. Our Gozdivka, no, because I can't. Someone has given me the correct pronunciation. I can't do it. Gvzdikska, I think might be it. Are going to move forward as well. They're all ready. Our HQ units are here. I'm going to leave everyone else where they are for the moment. Let's just see if we can locate where the enemy are. This BTR 70 group is my one, or is it an allied one? It is my one. Okay, I'm going to bring that forward to here as well. Let's go. So area recon's going to flash up in a second. And we'll see what the enemy positions are like. Okay, we've got 4 enemies in this area. That's quite a lot. I'm going to select... Oh, it hasn't kept our control groups from last time. Oh, it has. No. If I press 5, I've got them. Oops, wrong button. Press 5, I've got them. Let's call in an artillery barrage on these tanks here. Well, we've got 20 minutes to take these points, which shouldn't be too hard. Once we've got them a little bit suppressed, the mortar groups are firing on them as well. Our BMP-1 with riflemen are also firing. Let's bring this BRMD-2 up to here. And what we're going to do is going to bring the T-72s up in this direction, supporting with this unit here behind these guys. Our BMP-1, I'm going to bring them forward. And our T-72s here are going to come in from this angle here. Supply unit can move up to this position here. And let's bring the helicopters up too. Let's drop some smoke in this direction here, so our riflemen can advance. Both the rifleman groups are in both doors. Let's just make sure that our HQ units are in a position to support. I'm going to call in a heavy artillery barrage just before we get into the zone. It's X, isn't it? Yeah, we'll get these riflemen out of their vehicle. Set them up in these buildings. Just Shilka firing on them. We don't really have line of sight for these tanks, which is unfortunate. Let's illuminate this area, make our accuracy a bit better. I want these HQ units supporting our troops. Those guys weren't out of their vehicle. These T-72s are under fire from Mulhausen 3. Let's bring them back. We've got reservists moving up as well from our ally, which is good. I haven't forgotten anything back here, have I? No. Let's just bring our supply unit up. Looks like Mulhausen may have been cleared out. Let's bring these units up to hold it. And I'll bring these tanks up to this hedgerow here. These HQ units up to the back of Mulhausen here. These tanks to this hedgerow here. The helicopters still have plenty of ammo, so let's bring them in the back line here. Let's bring up our Sani, because they have a limited range. We'll put them here. And where are the Kudzvika? We'll bring them up to the top of the hill here. And the BRDM-1s I'm going to put here. And we'll call in another area recon on this position here. Our allies are capturing Mulhausen 2. This is looking pretty good. This is probably not going to take very long.
Zone capture.
There's the enemy there. Bringing them forward. Supply units aren't doing anything here. Our helicopters are under a little bit of fire. Let's supply our infantry now, and they can engage these riflemen. These T-72s are taking a beating. Let's bring them back. Been a little bit too close to riflemen there. It's not good to have tanks in a little area like that. I'm not really messing around here. I'm pushing in quite hard. Oh, we might get a hit on an ally there. That was a bit unfortunate. I want to bring some illumination into this area as well. Here comes an napalm strike. And that's then pushed out of Mulhausen 3. Once that napalm clears, we'll go in with our infantry, although it looks like the AI is already pushing its in. It's in. All that's left is Hotel. That's the only point left that the AI owns, once we've captured Mulhausen 3. We'll just let the AI get this strike through. Let's bring our T-72s up to this position here. And we'll bring the BRDM-2 up as well. Let's get the HQ unit here. Actually, they're resupplying. There's our HQ unit. Let's bring it up behind them. Helicopters are ready to move up. Rolling artillery strike on the T-55s. We're going to get our riflemen up into Mulhazen. 9P148 doing a heroic charge here. Big exchange of fire there.
Zone captured.
They have not captured Mulhazen 2. We'll bring our guys up to capture that. Bring the Sani up as well, make sure they've got range. This is very much over. Just taking it nice and easily here. T-72s are taking a little bit of damage. Got an enemy counterattack over here. Make sure our T-72s are actually firing. Yeah, they are. That unit's down. Sanis are firing as well.
Zone captured.
That's Mulhazen 2 capture. Let's move forward to Hotel. Those units wiped up by the napalm strike. Very nice. We've got all the points we need. If we capture Hotel, we automatically win through domination victory. We could just sit back and defend now, but there's no point. There's not enough enemies here ready to threaten us. I don't know if we'll be able to get a shot on these units, but we'll try. Have they got a shot already? Yeah, they do. Nice. Doesn't look like they're firing though, even though it says they have a shot. That's because the enemies have left. Alright, capturing Hotel, and we've got this.
Zone captured.
And that's it. All those
Total
captured. Stage
domination
concluded.
achieved.
We have completed the Dissonance campaign. Who fired the gas missiles? Why did the rebels rebel? We'll have to find that out later. Okay, our helicopters did some work. There wasn't a lot of fighting in that engagement, really. We lost, red team lost 6 units, blue team lost 49. Total casualties were 22 to 179. Not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with that. It was just a bit quick. I'm sorry it was such a short engagement. So yeah, that's it for Dissonance. I'm afraid it just kind of ends there. That's it over. It's now time for reaction, which will be in the next video. This starts the next day on the 15th of June, and I'm looking forward to taking you through things from the eyes of a West German panzer group. But for now, I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao.